Hi, chat. Hi, James. This is Salo, and this is your Starseed Activation Galactic Light Language. I see symbols around others called light language, and I draw them for them. And when they view it in their brains, it activates a DNA packet of information. It helps them be more in alignment of who they are, their divine self. And it helps them move forward in life a lot more, James. It's kind of cool. Light language speaks to the soul without words. It is a feeling. It's an emotion. It goes to the right side of our brain, of our artistic and creative endeavors, our psychic and our feelings and emotions. And the left side, it bypasses, which is usually mathematics and the written word. In Western culture, usually one word means one thing, but in cultures across the world, one word can mean many things. And that's the way that the stars are out there in the universe. A lot of these symbols you can see on starships. Traveling throughout time, it's much easier to get a packet of information than just one word. And so by looking at this, by placing it in your hallway or on your computer or an area that you look at when you eat, you will get downloads of information. It's meant to last a lifetime. You'll get lots of new information. So today's reading is only one interpretation out of maybe a million interpretations. So it's not meant to be interpreted at all. But I've had so many people want to have their light reading, so this is just one interpretation. Usually here, this is usually your guides and angels coming in to help you this lifetime. They're from the stars, and they're here beaming in this constant information from your higher self into this body or your horse, or what we call the body diva in the universe. These symbols here I got, they're very structured, they're very organized. It's a lot of military past lifetimes, and it's about taking orders, being direct, being focused in life, and it is just about being in integrity too. With this, you've had many, many lifetimes, and this is, I feel, from Orion. It's a planet that sometimes can be a little chaotic, but it's bringing order to chaos is probably one of your gifts that we talked about in your spiritual reading. And so with this, the different cycles of the moon here and feelings and emotion, you know how to bring groups together as a peacekeeper, and you've done that in past lifetimes too. These are some symbols here. The symbol here is like a Nordic symbol, like the runes. My guides are saying you've had some Nordic past lifetimes and Viking lifetimes as a spiritual and physical warrior here on planet Earth. This symbol is always an energy symbol of the summation of everything in our totality. And the square is always about bringing order, again, from chaos in this lifetime. And this is kind of like you bringing in these downloads in this lifetime, embracing them and opening them in this lifetime. And from that comes this sense of fluidity, a sense of letting loose and being a little bit more going with the flow and getting to know people up close in this universe. You've also had from these in Orion connection to the planet Mars. You actually colonized some of the buildings on Mars, and also as a scientist studied some of the creatures on Mars itself. And you also have some planetary alignments with the Pleiades, the Seven Sisters, with a lifetime of peacekeeping in that lifetime, from bringing in the experience of your military experience, of sharing that form into bringing a sense of seeing the other side to the Pleiadians, because the Pleiadians only believed in positivity. And so you were there to show them both sides and to have kind of a yin-yang balance in the universe. I also got images of working through different portals and things that are on planet the moon, because it is a satellite and not really a moon, and you helped set up some structures and science experiments there. and many portals that also come and align here on planet Earth I was getting. So those are some of them, lifetimes there. This again is having that fluidity coming in, this looseness. Anytime you see a dot, they're like Morse codes that is sending almost like computer codes, my guides are saying, to your beingness and DNA. Anytime you see this, this is like a Stargate. It is like traveling, time travel, going through to gather informations from the Galactic Library. This is that looseness that we talked about that you will get in this lifetime of seeing both sides and becoming more yin-yang in this lifetime, working with groups in the universe. So how cool is that? This I always write with a lot of things in all the readings, because this also means this writing from up and down is about the summation of all our lifetimes, is that statement, the isness of one's beingness is in one's own totality, which means that's who we become. We become a whole and more light being as we incorporate all the lifetimes that we had. And so this incorporates a major story and lifetimes that you have to incorporate with some of those planetary alignments. You have also worked with the star beings on different planets for welcoming them in as a destination point or a portal opening before they passed into the other planets, and you would always direct them into the place where they were to be next, and to make sure that they had everything in order with their language and their papers and their frequency in order to interact with those different planetary species, entities, and also plants and science and all that sort of stuff. I'm kind of getting with some of that. This is the cross, bringing heaven here on earth this lifetime, being open to new ideas and getting rid of those invisible rules, my guides are saying, to allow things to flow more in this lifetime. It's about being open to the new philosophies here on planet Earth and helping this new age of Aquarius usher in that you are doing in this lifetime. So it's really, really wonderful. So those are the major planets I'm getting. I feel like there's also a touch of some creative arts that you've had from Lyra, which is the planet of the harp and musicality and musicians and things like that. So there's a little sprinkle of Lyrian in you. And also I was also getting a little sprinkle of Arcturus, which is science library, electronics, information, and conveying that to a group of individuals too. In fact, Max the Crystal Skull comes from Arcturus, and so you may want to look up who Max the Crystal Skull is too. You might get some more information that way. So I hope you like this reading okay. I hope you will enjoy your print. I usually do it through digital art, so I make the lines a lot cleaner and popping a little bit more with color. So thank you so much for having the reading with this light language, sending love and angels your way.